This is part 5 of a series where I am reading the draft of It Ends With Us because Blake Lively claims that the draft did not have any scenes of sexual intimacy, intimate partner violence, or an attempted SA. And I'm calling BS on that. So, if you are interested in watching this whole series, let me show you how you can find it. If you go to my channel, click on podcasts, then choose the podcast reading the It Ends With Us script, what was actually in the draft. All of the videos are currently under 25 minutes. And it's just if you happen to want to watch all four or you want to watch one at a time, it's again available to you under podcasts. Also, y'alls, I wanted to say I made a big error in my last video. I claimed that there was not two scenes at the root because I did not remember the scene with the mom. Apparently, they did do two scenes at root. They didn't mesh it together. So either I just had bad memory and it was wrong memory. I fell asleep during that scene, which is a very big possibility. But anyways, just wanted to correct myself. With that said, let's leap into part 5. Interior, Boston bar, summer day. Close on Lily, shaking from her thoughts of Atlas. Lily, yeah, I'll take a wine. Pull back to reveal a packed bar during a Bruins game. Most everyone here in a onesie, including Lily, Ryle, Alyssa, and Marshall. To Lily, objecting. Marshall, you're in a onesie, Lily. You don't get free wine with a onesie. Lily, okay, fine, let's do this. To the bartender, Marshall, 3 beers, please, and a water for my lady love. He kisses Alyssa, Lily and Ryle looking suspicious. Lily, why aren't you making Alyssa have a beer? She's wearing a onesie too. Outed, Alyssa and Marshall glance at each other. Alyssa, we didn't plan on telling you here, but suddenly Marshall lifts his beer and yells out, Marshall, I'm gonna be a dad! A few drunk patrons clap their hands, raising their beers. Patrons, woo, right on, man. Yeah. Ryle looks stunned, Lily grabbing him by the hand. Lily, congratulations, Uncle Ryle. The bartender slides over 3 beers and 1 water for Alyssa, Ryle holding up his beer to cheers. Ryle, to Alyssa, you're 11 months younger than I am, but you still teach me every day what adulting looks like. The 4 clink their glasses together and drink. Lily, I didn't realize you two were so close in age. Alyssa, oh yeah, 3 kids in 3 years. I feel so sorry for our mom. The mood shifts. Alyssa giving Ryle an apologetic look. Lily, 3? You have another sibling? Ryle straightens up, looking a little triggered, gingerly. Alyssa, yeah. We had an older brother, Emerson, but she looks to Ryle as if to sheepishly ask permission to speak on the matter, and he simply shakes his head. Alyssa, simply, he passed away when we were kids. Lily, a beat, struck. I'm so sorry to hear that. Close on Lily, wanting to ask more, but the look on Ryle's face makes her dare not. Suddenly, the Bruins score, and the bar explodes with cheers. Ryle finally relaxing again. Lily leaving it be. In a series of quick cuts, we watch these 4 live it up at the bar in their onesies, laughing and drinking, Ryle grabbing Lily around the waist and kissing her as interior, Lily's Boston studio apartment, night. The 2 tumble into Lily's apartment, ripping at one another's onesies until they are both down to their underwear, Ryle kissing his way down Lily's torso, close on Lily, as she arches her back in pure ecstasy. And interior, Lily's Boston studio apartment, morning. Awakens from her bed, entangled in the sheets. Ryle, good morning. You like frittata? Lifting up, she finds Ryle in his boxers, in the open kitchen, pouring an egg mixture into a casserole dish and tossing it into the hot oven. Lily, ooh, that sounds amazing. Pop. He opens a nice bottle of champagne and pours 2 glasses, adding a little orange juice. Ryle, and a little hair of the dog. I'm still pretty buzzed from last night. Giggling, Lily remains in bed. Lily, oh my God, I thought you'd never ask. Joining her in bed with the mimosas. Ryle, cheers. They both take big gulps of the champagne. Then he stares at Lily's heart tattoo, caressing it. Ryle, this might possibly be my favorite part of you. What does it mean? Lily, lying. Nothing really, just one of those random things you do in high school. Loving this, nodding, Ryle leans in and gently kisses the heart tattoo. Ryle, I told my mom about you. She wants to meet you at some point. Lily, oh yeah? Ryle, I mean, it's a monumental thing, me having a girlfriend. Eyes twinkling, jaw gape, lightly teasing him. Lily, so I'm your girlfriend now, am I? I don't remember having a conversation about that. Ryle, you want to be asked? Lily, it certainly shouldn't be automatic, that's for sure. Ryle, will you be my girlfriend, Lily Bloom? Lily, yes, please. Elated, Ryle leans in, and the two begin to kiss passionately, Ryle climbing on top of her, Lily's eyes rolling back when beep, 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 beep. The fire alarm screams out, smoke billowing from the oven, the two scrambling to get out of bed, Ryle rushing into the small kitchen, Lily right behind him, quickly draping a robe over her naked body. Naked body? Quickly draping a robe over her naked body? Oh, she didn't know there was any sexual intimacy? She didn't know when he has to quickly drape a robe over her naked body? You didn't know? Laughing as Lily, oh, Ryle pulls open the oven door, the egg from the casserole bubbling over, burning black tar at the bottom of the oven, blinded by the smoke, not thinking, still a little drunk from the night before. Ryle reaches in and, Lily, wait, Ryle, you need a... Ryle, Lily, potholder. The casserole falls from Ryle's hands and lands on the floor with a smash, shattering broken glass everywhere. Without thinking, Lily continues to laugh at the ridiculousness of the last few seconds. Ryle slamming the oven shut and moving to the faucet, shoving his hand under the cold water, trying to suppress her laughter. Lily, are you okay? I hope it didn't... Lily leans over to get a look at Ryle's hand, and we hear a loud smack. Lily getting knocked back, hitting hard against the wall, the wind knocked out of her hand now pressed against the left corner of her eye. Extreme close-up on Lily, dazed and confused, smoke clouded all around her, pain shooting through the corner of her left eye, seismic swelling taking hold, Ryle's voice sounding far off as if underwater. Ryle, Lily, it's not funny. This hand is my effing career. We stay on Lily, wrapping her arms over her head, trying to make sense of the last 10 seconds. Lily, did you push me? For Blake Lively to claim that she never read anything that showed intimate partner violence, she's not reading the script. She's not. I do not know how she would miss three of the biggest themes of this story. We hear Ryle's voice as he draws nearer, coming into focus, gently pulling her close, kissing her head. Ryle, I burn my hand and the room spinning, unable to process, tears welling. Lily is trembling as Ryle assesses the cut on her face. Ryle, what a stupid thing to happen. Lily remains so confused, the room still lingering with smoke, broken glass and eggs everywhere. Ryle, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. As if in a dream, Lily reaches out and turns Ryle's right hand to find a huge bubbling burn on his palm. Lily, is your hand okay? Ryle, forget about my hand. Are you okay? He presses his mouth to Lily's and breathes her in. Lily's so upset she starts to kiss him back in need of comfort, until Ryle scoops her up, gently laying her down in bed, kissing her again and again. Ryle, please forgive me. Close on Lily, closing her eyes, accepting his apologies so viscerally. By the time she opens them again, it's clear she's convinced herself of one thing. Lily, it was an accident. Smash 2, interior, exterior, Lily's car, Boston Park day. Parking her car, Lily pulls down the visor, checking her bruise in the mirror. From her makeup bag, she reapplies some foundation, trying to mask the purple of her skin. It still doesn't look great. Grabbing a pair of sunglasses, Lily purchases them on her nose, hops out of the car, and grabs a white box in the back seat, cradling a super edgy wedding bouquet with dark purple roses and black ribbon. Exterior, Boston Park day. Walking through the park, Lily meets an eccentric bride and groom, 40s, gathered near a small pond with three of their friends. A very simple wedding, no frills. Lily, I'm so sorry I'm running behind. I was on my own at the shop this morning. The bride approaches Lily, dressed in a dark red corseted wedding dress, her lips painted black, taking the bouquet. Bride, these roses look dead. Cool. Off Lily. Want to stay for the wedding? Minutes later, we find Lily standing among strangers, her sunglasses still covering her bruise as she watches the bride and groom exchange their own handwritten vows. Bride, because loving you is believing in the very best version of you and helping you become that person day by day. These words wash over Lily, striking a chord deep within her, and before she can help it, we see a tear trickle from behind her sunglasses and down her cheek. Interior, Root Restaurant, night. Entering Root on a lively evening, Lily's eyes scan the room. No sign of Atlas. Just Ryle waving at her from a far table with Alyssa and Marshall. Lily, sorry I'm late. I thought we decided to go somewhere else. Alyssa, oh no, I've been dying to eat here. After Ryle told me how good it was. Sliding into the booth, Lily sits next to Ryle. Ryle, hey girlfriend. Lily, hey boyfriend. Sweetly, he kisses her near her left eye, where the seismic bruise still lingers. clocking it. Alyssa, Ryle told me what happened, but I didn't think that it was that bad. Lily glances at Ryle, wondering what he told her. Ryle, it was such a mess. Eggs and glass everywhere, and yet when she slipped, she was still very graceful, like a ballerina. Lily, it was pretty pathetic. Alyssa clocks Ryle's hand wrapped in a bandage. Something in her wants to draw the connection, but the truth would be too horrific to stomach. Not paying any attention. Marshall, how did that surgery go? The one with the twins. Your hand hold up all right? Ryle, steadiest hand in all of Boston. Marshall, yeah. A waiter arrives, dropping off their entrees. Alyssa, oop, sorry, Lily. We went ahead and ordered. Lily, no, it's fine. I was late. Ryle, I got you the steak. Feeling her life being taken from her, it's clear Lily didn't want steak, but smiles anyway. Digging in. Lily, any ideas on baby names yet? Marshall, I love Nebraska, but Alyssa, I'm not naming this baby after a state. Marshall, Idaho? Locking eyes with Lily. Alyssa, this is going to be the demise of our marriage. Atlas, how's the meal tasting so far? The four turn their heads to find Atlas. Alyssa, honestly, I've only had 2 bites, and this is already literally said and done my new favorite restaurant. Atlas, thank you. I'm the head chef, so that's really nice to hear. Atlas locks eyes with Lily, and without thinking, Lily, you're the chef? Atlas, sometimes waiter, sometimes dishwasher. Gotta be hands-on when you own the place. And then in slow motion, as Alyssa keeps talking, her voice fading in the background, Atlas's gaze falls to the bruise on Lily's left eye, then to the bandage wrapped around Ryle's right hand, then back to Lily's eye. Exploding back into real time, Atlas' jaw hardens, and then he walks away. Alyssa, mid-sentence. Marshall, bummer. We find a new favorite restaurant and the chef's an a-hole. Ryle, yeah, but sadly, the a-holes tend to be the best ones. Putting her hand on Ryle's arm quietly. Lily, bathroom. He nods as Lily scoots out of the booth and walks across the restaurant, head down, fast-paced. As soon as, interior, root restaurant, bathroom hallway, night. She gets into the familiar hallway. She steals into the interior, root restaurant, women's restroom, night. Women's single restroom, locking the door quietly. Lily, her hands on the sink. Lily steadies herself, then looks at her eye, still not knowing what to make of it. She wants to cry, but cannot let herself. Instead, she takes in a deep breath and unlocks the door, revealing Atlas. Stepping inside and closing the door. Atlas, what happened? Lily, nothing. His deep brown eyes narrow, knowing she's lying. Lily, it was an accident. Atlas, I've heard that one before. Many times. Lily, beat, simply. I'm not your mother. Atlas, simply back. No, but are you turning into yours? His words sting so hard. Tears kiss Lily's eyes. Atlas, leave him. Lily, leave him? What are you talking about? He's not like that. Ryle's a good person. She reaches for the door, but Atlas grabs her wrists. Angry, she yanks her hand away. Lily, I'm more scared of you right now than I have ever been of him. On Atlas, pausing a moment. Then he steps to the side, giving her safe passage to the door. Atlas, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to repay the concern you once gave me. Reaching for the door, Lily pulls it open and steps. Interior, root restaurant, bathroom hallway, night. Into the hallway, running right into Ryle. His eyes ablaze as Atlas exits the women's bathroom behind her. Ryle, what the F? Turning, Atlas walks towards the kitchen, Ryle's eyes glued on his back. But right when Atlas reaches the door, he pauses and spins around, striding toward Ryle, grabbing him and slamming him against the wall. Atlas, you touch her again, and I'll cut your effing hand off and shove it down your throat. You worthless piece of... Lily, Atlas, stop! Atlas releases Ryle forcefully, taking a huge step back, Ryle breathing heavily, staring at Atlas long and hard. Ryle, Atlas? Ryle lets out a disbelieving laugh to Lily. Ryle, this is Atlas? The homeless boy? You pity F? Lily closes her eyes, and in an instant, Atlas lunges at Ryle, and the two men start beating the out of each other. 2 waiters shoving past the screaming Lily, pinning the men against opposite walls. Atlas and Ryle left glaring at each other, breathing heavily. To Ryle, Atlas, out! Get out of my restaurant. Turning, Ryle walks right by Lily as he marches down the hall, locking eyes with her for a brief second. But there isn't anger there, only hurt. Lots of hurt. Left in the hall, Lily gives one last glance to Atlas, seeing the disappointment written all across his face. Backing away, we track with Lily as she marches. Interior, root, restaurant, night. Into the main dining room where she spots Ryle grabbing his jacket from the booth, and walking toward the exit without even looking at Alyssa and Marshall. Hurrying to the table, Lily grabs her purse. To Alyssa, Lily, it's a long story. We'll talk tomorrow. We track with Lily as she rushes to catch up with Ryle. Exterior, Root Restaurant, parking lot, night. Pushing through the exit and out into the parking lot, Ryle beelining toward his car. Lily, Ryle, stop! Wait! Suddenly, Ryle turns and punches at the air in rage. Ryle, what did you tell him, Lily? Did you tell him I hurt you? Lily, no, he saw my eye in your hand and he just assumed. Panting, Ryle shakes his head, fighting back tears. Ryle, what was he doing in the bathroom? Lily, he's just an old friend that was worried about me, that's all. Ryle forces the saddest smile we've ever seen on a human. Ryle, you have my heart, Lily. You have all of me. So if you don't want to be with me, please tell me right now. Feeling guilty and baffled by feeling guilty, Lily shakes her head, confused, feeling horrible, and wanting that awful feeling to just disappear quickly. Lily, I don't want anyone else. Hearing this, Ryle lets out a sigh, pulling Lily in, holding her so close as if she's his only lifeline. Ryle, I love you, Lily. God, I love you. Squeezing her tight, Ryle presses a kiss to her forehead. Lily, feeling trapped and eerily reminded of another scuffle that Atlas got into long ago. Smash to. Interior, Lily's childhood bedroom, memory, night. Tangled in the sheets, held in a lover's embrace, we find young Lily and young Atlas staring in each other's eyes, caressing her face, so taken by her spirit. Young Atlas finally unveils the truth he's known for some time now. Young Atlas, I love you, Lily. Everything about you. I love you. Absorbing these words, young Lily's eyes sparkle. And, young Lily, I love you too. The two begin to kiss, giggling a bit as they gear up to have sex again when suddenly, out of effing nowhere, someone pounds on the door. Knock, knock, Andrew. Lily, who are you talking to? The door bursts open, Lily's father exploding inside with a baseball bat, finding young Atlas in bed with his one and only daughter, close on young Lily, as she watches in slow motion as her father comes down on young Atlas with the baseball bat. The sound of bones snapping, the only thing we hear, mixed with young Lily's piercing scream. Blackout. Exterior, Lily's main home, driveway, memory, night. Extreme close-up on young Lily, her tear-stained face looking almost cationic as she watches local paramedics loading young Atlas into an ambulance, his body so bloody it's almost unrecognizable. Alive, just barely. A short distance away, we see Andrew and Jenny Bloom in their house robes talking to the local sheriff, the same man that led Andrew's funeral in our opening, only about 15 years younger. Quietly to Andrew, Sheriff, can't imagine what you've been through having found your little girl in such a compromising situation. Jenny bursts into tears, pressing a tissue to her mouth. Jenny, he forced her into it. I know it. Sheriff, at a loss. What do you want me to do, Andrew? I can file a report, but if you'd rather not have this incident follow Lily around, we can keep it quiet. Reeling, Andrew somberly looks over his shoulder and locks eyes with young Lily. Her stares pleads with him, but he bristles, turning back toward the sheriff. Andrew, get that little as far away from this effing town as you possibly can. And if he ever dares show his face again, extreme close-up of young Lily, tears streaming down her face as her father's words wash over her, low and enraged. Andrew, I want you to take care of it. The ambulance doors close, young Lily watching it as it drives down the street and disappears out of sight. Off young Lily, spiraling with the understanding that she will most likely never see Atlas ever again. So we're going to stop there. If you enjoyed this reading or you would like to see the next part, please like this video and subscribe to me if you have not subscribed to me yet. Thanks.